Hi, welcome to another video of the Target Individual Experience, the Target Individual Program. So again, just documenting my targeting in this Coercive Persuasion Program. And I got a couple of videos to show and explain what's being done and how it's being done. And so my daughter has been sick the past couple of days, so I wanted to do this video since Monday, okay? But my daughter has been sick. Like I said, past couple of days. I kept her and her brother home on Monday, because I didn't want to send him to school because she's too sick to go outside, and I would have to leave her in the house by herself. She's 5 years old, so that's not happening. And so yesterday, I took him to school. The kid's mom were home because she's sick also, and so I took Ethan to school while Alyssa stayed home. Okay, and today I took them both to school, and so I'm doing this video now at least because I have the time to do it. Okay, so let me start the videos. And this video you see here, this is from Thursday, last week, Thursday the 13th, after a heavy blitzing campaign and the noise campaign by the NYPD, the emergency vehicles, the ambulances, as well as police using sirens to engage in a noise campaign. So Thursday morning, taking the kids to school. Okay.
That is the part where your ego's at play.
Okay, let me mute the video. So, like I said, after the last video that I did, which was not that long ago, prior to me filming this right now, and as you see, as I drive off, you'll see a perp across the street, and as he sees me, he will bow his head. See how he bow his head? Okay, this is something that they do when they know I'm recorded. At least some of them, they will try to hide their face so that it wouldn't get caught on camera. So I'm gonna just skip past some of this because I want to get to the type of tactics that they will switch up to when, like I said, when you're recording them, and when you get some pretty good, compelling footage or video to show some level of harassment, or at least people looking at this will question and say, well, yeah, why is it that every time you come out of his house, it's like a police car passing by? Why is it that he's always, why is it that fire trucks are always in his presence, multiple times a day? Matter of fact, even multiple times a week, more so than usual that I've ever seen a fire truck. But this guy is like, there's like fire trucks all around him at times. And that's because when they engage in the noise campaign, this is what they will do. Okay, so I'm taking my kids to school. I pulled over to let them out, and
I don't agree
I noticed
but
a fire truck at the intersection behind me, and they were waiting for the light. Okay, because of course they were going to come behind me, and you see me pulling over to the other side.
stretch, even after.
Okay.
They come with the fire truck. Let me see if they, being that I pulled over, if they're gonna make the turn, because it looked as if they were.
Yeah. See, I already knew. I had an idea that once I pull over to the side, that they would probably turn, because they didn't have their signal indicator on to suggest that they were turning, and it looked like as if they were going to go straight because they were a little bit over the crosswalk, right? And they wasn't turned in any direction. It was like they were going straight.
Let me turn this around. Look at them.
And so
See?
when the
See
light
that?
changed,
They decided to turn when they see me pulled over. Okay? That's when they decided to turn. Chicken shits.
okay,
I don't agree.
they should have seen the footage of me turning the camera.
Decided to turn. Now they're going to change up their tactics. So now, instead of the fire trucks passing in front of me, come straight.
Lying about it.
Alright. That's weird. 'Cause I was just looking at this video.
Their presence to be known. So again, this is the shit that they do, right? Once I start recording them and showing you a pattern, now they're going to change up their tactics. So now they come with the fire truck.
I agree. But here's the real good.
Be known. So again, this is the shit that they do, right? They were gonna come straight down this block.
His face. You may not like the delivery, but you
I
can't.
want to let this play because I'm interested to see why. Because I took the
They're going to
camera off of the
Any stretch.
car mount
After
and I turned the camera around so I can show
they come with
the fire trucks behind
If
me.
they're being that I pulled over, if they're gonna make the turn, because it looked as if they were gonna come straight down this block, the next light intersection. Okay, and I guess they want their presence to be known. So again, this is the shit that they do, right? Once I start recording them and showing you a pattern, now they're going to change up their tactics. So now, instead of the fire trucks passing in front of me, they're gonna be behind me. Okay? Yep. Let me take this off. Let me turn this around. Look at them. See? See that? They decided to turn when they see me pulled over.
Okay, so
Okay?
that's weird, right? Because you hear me say,
decided to turn.
let me take this off, right?
Chicken shits.
Okay, there you go. So the video and the audio, for some reason, is not matching up. Okay? I think I went back too far with this.
king of keep.
Okay, so come with the fire truck. Let me see if they're being that I pulled over, if they're gonna make the turn.
Let's try that again.
As if they were gonna come straight down this block, the next light intersection. Okay, and I guess they want their presence to be known. So again, this is the shit that they do, right? Once I start
Alright, I'm gonna pause it for a couple seconds. You hear the helicopters? Okay, you hear the helicopters flying overhead? Again, this is, USTIs. We always talk about helicopters flying over above us while we're being targeted.
recording them and showing you a pattern, now they're going to change up their tactics. So now, instead of the fire trucks passing in front of me, they're going to be behind me. Okay? Yep. Let me take this off.
Okay,
Turn this.
so you hear me say, let me take this off. And at that point, I took off the phone from the mount, turned it around, but for some reason the video is not syncing up for whatever reason with the audio. So that's it's weird. It just never happened.
Look at them. See?
See? So I turned it. I turned the the phone around so you can record.
See that?
Okay.
They decided to turn when they see me pulled over. Okay?
And you see
That's
the
when they
perp
decided
there
to turn. Chicken shits.
Okay, so that's you just saw them, right? That's weird. It's weird. But let me go back a bit.
They decided.
Face. You may not like the delivery, but you
That's too far.
I guess they want their
Okay, I want you to pay attention
So again, this is the shit that they do, right? Once I start
to
recording them
the
and showing you a pattern,
guy walking
now they're going
with
to change
the
up
gray
their
sweater.
tactics. So now, instead of the fire trucks passing in front of me, they're gonna be behind me. Okay? Yep. Let me take this off. Let me turn this around. Look at them. See? See that? They decided to turn when they see me pulled over. Okay?
Okay, that's the fire
That's
truck.
when they decided to turn. Chicken shits.
Okay. All right. So that was Thursday morning. All right. And I'm trying to remember, see if I can remember exactly what took place. And so, again, this is Thursday morning. After I pull over and I start driving again, which I showed you the fire truck behind me. And so this is a new video because the video had stopped. Okay, I'm going to let's keep going here.
Queen, Evo. Don't ever play yourself.
Okay, and these guys out here, they are part of the PERP campaign or the PERP program. So from time to time, when you see me come back on the block and park or waiting for parking, you'll see them out there. Okay, and this is every morning. Okay, let's go. So at this point, I am waiting for Pam to get downstairs so I can take her to work. And
In the
who
gray
comes?
jacket. She's Pamela's next door neighbor, and they've recently recruited her to in the harassment campaign.
Yep.
She does a lot of synchronization, time in, time out, meaning that whenever I exit the apartment, she'll exit her apartment right next door. Whenever I'm coming in and I get at the elevator, she'll be coming out of her apartment at the same time, and it's happening very, very frequently.
And you see she walk by.
And then when she sees me, she gives me this fake smile, and she do these hand signals. And so, whereas it used to be the guy across the street, which
Let's go back.
in the harassment campaign,
Right. So
she does a lot of synchronization, time
As
in,
she's
time
walking
out,
here,
meaning that
she
whenever
bows her
I
head.
exit the apartment, she'll
See that?
exit her apartment
And,
right next door. Whenever
pops her head
I'm
back up.
coming in and I get at the elevator, she'll be coming out of her apartment at the same time, and it's
Alright,
happening.
So you hear me explain about the synchronization timing, right? Which we call as time in, time out, meaning that whenever you enter your apartment or your house or your building, the neighbors will be coming out at the same time. Or if you're coming out of your apartment, a building, they'll be coming out at the same time, or they'll be coming in at the same time. And this happens so frequently that you notice it, right? Because they'll always use one person, sometimes maybe two, but they'll always use those same people over and over to do that, okay? And how do they know when you're leaving your apartment or your house at that exact moment? It's through the remote neural monitoring of you, of your mind, because of the microchip, and then microwave mind control signals being broadcast to your neighbor. Okay? That's how. I mean, if you're a TI, you would know certain things. For example, all of a sudden you feel the urge to go look out the window. And when you go look out the window, there will be somebody standing outside doing some type of hand signal or wearing a color that has been used to trigger you. Okay? And this will happen very, very frequently. Okay? For example, with me, I used to work in the city, and I used to constantly look out the window, and every time I would look out the window, there'll be a fire truck passing by. And it started happening so frequently that I started recognizing whenever I got the urge to look out the window, I wouldn't get up and go to the window to look out the window. Okay, so there is ways that you can counter some of the stuff, but you have to recognize what's being done to you. Okay, and you have to identify that feeling, emotion, that thought pattern, and realize that that is not your own thoughts. That is something that's being broadcast into your mind. Okay. So yeah, so her neighbor has been recently started doing that, and she'll get in the elevator with me, smile at me while doing these hand signals. Okay, and it's very elaborate how they do it. The scheme of how they do it. If you pay attention, you can recognize the pattern, the patterns, and you can counter it. Now you see the guy walking across the street, okay, with the book bag. Let's go back. Okay, this is some stuff that they like to do. And another TI have experienced this also. They will use perps carrying book bags, walking around. Okay, and when they see you, they'll act as if they're putting their book bag on, because what they want to do is to send you a subliminal message. Okay, so whether it be triggering you when they put their book bag on, they will have their palm open up, face towards you. Okay, I talked about this. Talked about how perpetrators walk around the street. Whenever they see me or they walk in front of me, they will take their hands, place it against their back with their palm facing towards me. They do that a lot with Pamela. Okay, the past week, they've been doing that a lot with her. And also my daughter. They've been mind controlling my daughter to do the same thing to me also. So, once I start to recognize and see those things, then I have to shift my frame of thought. And I'm just skipping past some of the stuff because, I'm trying to see what I got on video, since I don't remember everything. Okay. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's see. Okay.
needed. But you should know local agents in your area could help you find even more savings with Geico, like military or federal discounts. And Geico offers emergency roadside service.
Okay, so here's an example of a perp using the color blue to target me. As you see, he walks across the street. Like, the light just changed. He's walking across the street. He looks at me. He looks at his phone. I mean, that's how conditioned people are with their phones. And as he walks across, you'll see he looks up, no longer looking at his phone. This is something that they do to me all the time too, when perps walking towards me, or as they walking past me in the same direction I'm going. As soon as they get in front of me, they'll take their phone out, look at it, and put it back in their pocket. Okay, and it happens so frequently that I'm just like, yeah. But this is something that they have conditioned me to. And so you have to understand that because of the conditioning that has been done to us, we can't help but, act or feel in a certain manner because that has been conditioned into our psyche. Okay, so the only how to overcome some of that, again, is through reconditioning of your mind to replace those anchors, negative thought patterns, emotions, behaviors, into something that's positive. But what's key is to understanding what's being done. What's key is to understanding what negative psychological conditioning has been programmed into your psyche. Okay? Okay, so this next video here, I believe this was the Friday. Okay, this is Friday afternoon. And I'm on my way to pick up the kids from the after-school program. I remember prior to this, the other video, you'll see that when I go to pick up my kids, there's always a police presence there, or as I'm walking across the street, I'm walking towards the corner. Here, there was a police vehicle parked directly in front of the building. Now, I didn't record at first because what they have done, and you guys hear me talking about the guy across the street, the one who would call the fire department to try to give them a legitimate reason for being on the block so they can engage in a noise campaign of psychological harassment. I came down the elevator, and the elevator stopped on the 3rd floor. So I opened the door thinking that it's the 1st floor. And as I closed the door of the elevator, same guy lived across the street, never seen him in the building. Okay, I have not seen him talk to anyone in Pam's building. Okay, so he opens up the elevator door, comes in, and starts telling me about how he's looking at the pictures on the wall. About when Brooklyn used to have what do you call those street cars? The ones, trolleys. Okay. Now, mind you, this guy, they've been using this guy to target me all the time. All of a sudden, he wants to be friendly with me. Okay. So we get down in the lobby, and I see the police car. He turns around. He looks at me. Okay, we both exit out the building. And then, as I started walking, the police car started driving. Okay? Basically following me as I was walking to go pick up the kids from school. So at this point, I took my phone out and I started recording.
Oh man, so I came out of the building and this police cruiser was parked up in front of the building. I didn't record because I'm like, okay, as soon as I start walking, what they do? They drive off. Here's a license plate. See?
See, they're there. They're waiting on the light. And what should happen? When I cross behind them and they realize, see that I'm recording.
As soon as I came out the building, they're there. Look at them. Look at them. See that? They were standing there. See, why did you see me pointing the camera at them? Watch. Watch them. See? Alright, once they see that I start recording, they drive off. Look at all that noise they're making. Look at all that. Look at all of that. Huh. Look at that.
Okay. So I'm just, showing you guys, give an example what it is that they do. Okay. And they have been doing this for a very long time to me. This is nothing new. And I try to record to show exactly what's being done as proof of what I'm saying is being done to me. And being in this Coercive Persuasion Program, which I was put into in order to shut me up, to discredit me, to villainize me within the communities, in order to silence me from coming forward about non-consensual human experimentation, particularly the illegal microchipping for the purpose of remote neural monitoring. Okay? And so this is what they have done. And this is what they continue to do. This is why I continue to record, do these videos. I used to have my show and talk show, and talk show changed its format, and it's become very difficult to do a show and talk show. As I tried a new format, and I was told by another TI that when they went to listen to the call, they didn't hear anything. So, we all know that talk show at times they will do stuff like that in order to shut you up, particularly if you are bringing forth truth that they don't want you to say. Okay? Or when you are exposing things that they don't want to be exposed, they will do that to you. Okay? Okay, so this other video here, this was yesterday. I went to pick up the kids from the after school program. Like I said, Pamela was home, and all day yesterday they were microwaving us. They were using her to send me subliminal message, to do a lot of stare campaign. For example, I was in the kitchen and I had a fork in my hand, and she came in and she was just like staring at the fork. I was talking to her and she didn't even look at me at all, but she just kept staring at the fork in my hand. And when I was about to ask her, like, what are you staring at? She turned around and walked away. Okay? So, again, heavy microwaving, remote monitoring yesterday. And I went to pick up the kids, and as I got to the school, they started with the parents and the those that work in the after-school program started talking to me. And so, as I was leaving, one of the safety officers from Erasmus High School came in and stood up right in front of the door, staring at me, looking at her phone, looking at me, looking at her phone, looking at me. And so I took my phone out and I started recording, because as I was walking out towards the exit, she walked out ahead of me. So I took the phone and I started recording to see if I can catch her. Probably she's standing outside the door, trying to do some type of hand signals or what have you. And so that you see here is me leaving the school. And that's let me skip some of this.
Come on, Ethan.
So now we're walking. We're going to the store. I need to get tissue to the house. And these kids, this is how they incorporate kids in the targeting. Okay? And that's why the image the video is so dark. I don't know. I think they've been messing with my phone because I went to my phone and I saw that the picture settings was changed. Okay, no, I didn't change it. So basically, let me see if I can pull it up, get my phone, and I'm gonna show you guys before I continue this video. But let's see here. Let's go into settings. All right. Let's put back on. Okay, so I usually have my picture setting with the phone at the 12 megapixel setting, right? And they change it to a 7.9 megapixel at an 18 by 59 aspect ratio. Let me see if I can show you guys. You guys can see it. Okay. Right? So that's what it's at. What it should be is here, which is the 12 megapixel. Okay? And so they change the settings okay. And so I have no doubt that they had manipulated the phone, the camera, so that it at night filming, particularly this night, because they don't want the faces of these kids that they're using to be identified. They change certain settings within the camera.
Excuse me.
Better than you, Dante. No, you don't. Just like Jaden Williams. That faggot.
Now, I want you to see this kid right here, okay? And you see his silhouette. You don't really see his face. And they're very smart, okay? They're very smart. He goes over to where the light box is, and if anybody knows photography, you know that whenever you stand in front of bright light and then you try to take a picture, basically what's going to happen is that the camera is going to overexpose, right, giving the foreground object, whether it be a person or something, is going to give you this kind of a black silhouette. Okay? And you'll see him touch his lip, and then he's going to touch his nose. See that? And then this guy moves into the frame as he touches his nose. Okay? So they're very slick. They're very smart. Okay? They're very smart. And you see how dark this picture is? Okay? Because I have the Galaxy S8, and doing videos at night, it's actually a lot better than this. Okay? But this is what they will do. Okay? Whenever they want to purposely use someone that they may not want their face, or some people that they may not want their face shown or to be caught on camera, they will manipulate your phone, your camera, whatever it is that you're using, so that you will not be able to do that. Okay? But you'll see here now as we continue walking. Okay? See the fast track?
Come on, Ethan.
And then this guy puts his hands over his mouth. Okay? Okay. Let's go back. Okay? Now watch this guy. Hands over his mouth. Okay? This is what they do. This is the psyops that they engage in. And, the state, this is state-sponsored terrorism. Okay? Using the state to silence someone. Using the state to terrorize someone. Because they are trying to silence you, the TI, from coming forward and speaking about the non-consensual human experimentation that's been done on you. Okay? This is orchestrated from the beginning. You're conditioned negatively. You're conditioned to act, think, behave negatively. And then they come in as the savior, saying that you are a bad person, you've done bad things. So now there's nothing more that a community loves than a bad guy or a bad woman. And so people will gladly participate in this kind of thing, especially when they try to use public safety or national security, that sort of thing. Those two words is enough to scare you into line, to scare you into complacency, to scare you into compliance, to scare you into participating in a modern day atrocity. And they know this. They know how to manipulate people. They're very skilled, they're very good at it, they're masters of it, they do it all the time. Okay? And now they have a new way of hiding and silencing non-consensual human experimentation by doing these sort of things so they can silence you, or if you're not silenced, they'll destroy your life, your livelihood, your relationships, and try to make you an example for others not to speak out about what's being done. Same thing they do to Colin Kaepernick, him taking a knee. What do? blacklisted him, trying to silence him from speaking about issues that affect people of color, particularly black people, okay, being killed by unarmed black people being killed by police officers. And once you speak out against the system and its injustices, they will bring the full force down of the government, the state, on you. Okay? This is, they have a history of this. This is nothing new. Okay? If you're a TI, don't think this is new. This is nothing new. Okay? You just have to realize and understand that. And accept that you're in this program, and the only way that you're going to be able to survive this program is not by getting on your knees and pray, but it's by exposing what's being done to you. Okay? It's by telling your story so that others can see, can hear, or see or hear. And so that they themselves, if they find themselves in the situation that you and I are in, that they don't fall for the traps, that they understand exactly what's being done, how it's being done, and so that it will not have a devastating effect on their psychology, okay, that it had or may have had on yours, on mine, okay? This is why I do this. I do this not for me. I mean, part of it is, exposing, what is being done, but also to let others know that this is how it's being done, this is how they're doing it, okay? The conditioning, the negative conditioning of your psyche, understanding and realizing that if you've made mistakes in the past, that it is because it is orchestrated against you, okay? The outcome has already been set. They know the outcome because of how they're conditioning you. And then they'll try to use that to silence you, or to even blackmail you, whatever the reason. If you're a political activist, they try to silence you, to silence your voice, to make you give up activism. If you're a whistleblower, again, it's for retaliation. Okay? There's a whole bunch of reasons. But I try not to focus on the reason and focus on understanding what's being done. Okay? Creating methods to help me survive this, and also to help others realize and understand what's being done, and to help them survive what's being done. That's why I do this.